Hello. Hello, folks. Hi. Sorry, I was vibing on to the music and I kind of lost a little bit of focus in terms of how concentrated I was on starting things on time. Hello. Hopefully everyone is doing well. It is good to see so many of you here. We've made a couple of changes to the way that things look. So hopefully you guys like the new changes. As you can see, the chat has like a nice little black background behind it on this screen. We also have a new music player. Hopefully these things make things look a little bit more fun. There's also some other stuff which I'm excited to show you. Nothing crazy, but it's more so to do with how transitions happen. But yeah, hello to the folks who are in chat already. Hello Nicole. Hello Holly. Hello Goose. Hello Tima. Hello Maya. Hello Alice. Who else? Hello Annie. Hello Ellie. Hello Yin. Hello Anna. Hello Maud. Hello Naomi. Hi Cookie. It is good to see so many people around. Glad to see you all here bright and early. And hopefully today we can have a blast. We're gonna be playing some Sims. Also, here's a quick little peek of the transition. Swoosh. Isn't that so cool? I found some stuff that will hopefully make my life easier in terms of noticing what you guys say. And also making it so that I can keep track of our interactions a bit better. Yes. Also, hello Beth, welcome. You might just look and not yap, you don't feel it, it's all good. You don't have to apologize. Yeah. You can watch the stream however you find most enjoyable. But yes, we're going to be playing some Sims. Yes, I'm excited to work on the second part of the house. Well, the second floor, rather. There's probably going to be a boatload more parts to this house, because it feels like every time, you know, we get somewhat close to being, like, finished with something, there's always another problem that emerges. But yes, side effects of medicine is really bad, rip you. Unfortunate. Hopefully you feel better soon. Finished one class of school for the year. Congrats. How many more do you have left until you're done? Also, yeah, you don't have to feel guilty. It's all good. Don't stress. Grammar mistake? That's all good. But yes, I found some new stuff that will hopefully make life a lot easier. Like, for example, I can now hit my commands without having to type them myself. So I can, for example, plug the Discord in the stream now, which is pretty cool. Hint, hint, you should join if you haven't already. But yes, I've been like doing some stuff. I've been in the lab cooking, and cooking in the lab maybe isn't the most hygienic. But yeah. Anyway, yes, it is good to see so many of you here. Hopefully you've had a good day. And on the topic of countries, I see Maya's already mentioned that they're from Sweden. It'd be cool to know where you guys are watching from. So maybe just write a little hello and then the place that you're watching from. Like, hello from so-and-so. Like, for example, if it was for me, I'd say hello from the UK. Yeah. This should be fun. Hopefully we get to see, you know, all the, I guess, wide locations that we have in the stream today. You're so confused for the revision. 17a is 3/5 divided by 1/6, which you got correct. It says put your 17a as an improper fraction. I think it's just it didn't pick up your answer correctly for some reason. Unfortunate. Also, hello, Jen. Good to see you. It's been a while. Yeah, hopefully you're doing well. How is life? Also, I did notice something, so that we can start off with a little bit of energy. let's see. Let me turn on my sounds. We've got some renewed subs to shout out. So let me just fire my alerts. Watching from England? Okay. Watching live stream from the country of Sweden. Hey, thank you. On the more countryside of Stockholm. Currently in Michigan, about an hour, you'll be in Ohio. Okay, this is a long drive you're on. Is it time to mention Ukraine? You ready? Yes. You're sorry, what? Your brain hurts? Oof. Watching from England, yes. Back with your coffee. Hi everyone. Hello Nene, welcome back. Hello from Texas, yes, in the US. Hello from the Netherlands, we love it. Life's been pretty good, sleep's not been too great. Actually used a couple of the sleep aids recently. Always appreciated. I'm glad you enjoyed them. Hopefully, you know, the sleep starts to fix itself and then everything's on the up and up. But yeah, so there was a couple of alerts I want to fire because we have some pedroable things that have happened. We have a 4-month sub renewal that happened like a little bit before the stream, and also we have a gifted sub. So thank you to Caprice for continuing for 4 months, and thank you to Caprice again for the gifted sub. But yes, I'm quite happy, as you can tell. It's not that far. It's like a 3-hour drive today, and then tomorrow you're going further into Ohio, so another 3 hours. See, a 3-hour drive is a long drive to me because... Excuse me! Thank you, Jen. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs. I guess it's party time. Yes, enjoy your gifted subs, folks. We get to listen to the Pedro song over and over and over. It always brings a smile to my face. The worst part is, I genuinely cannot keep count of like each of the notifications, but I know that this entire stretch of the VOD is going to be completely muted on YouTube, like after the fact. Also, hello Louise. Yes, I guess the hype train has been kicked off with some Pedro action. We need a dancing emote. We really do. I think what I'm gonna do is try and get a emote commissioned of me doing the Pedro dance instead of Farina, and then make that the alert. I think that would go so hard. Yeah. Honestly, yes, it always... I keep realizing there's more. I was about to say thank you, but like I need to let the alerts kind of play out. Okay, how many... Has anyone been counting? Also, thank you for the 500 bits, Annie. I appreciate you. You're the best. Pedro will forever be stuck in my head. There's almost like a dependence that's building up now. Yes, thank you. I appreciate you guys so much, you know. Yeah, I guess if that's not already clear, hopefully it's like abundantly clear. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate you. In there, we got 10 gifted subs and 500 bits from Annie, so thank you guys. See, I feel like I'm in a position where I've just been like so dazed by that that it's so hard to come back to, you know, The Sims. Also, hello Alondra, hi, welcome. But yes, we've gotten some use out of the dancing emotes. it feels good. It feels like a good vibe. Also, I realized that we've had the Pedro song and the music overlapping, so hopefully that hasn't sounded odd. I feel like it should be something where if the alert fires, it should always, like, you know, it should always stop the music, but that's something I can do later. Anyway, your day has gotten so much better. The McDonald's lady gave you an extra chicken nugget. That's awesome. Also, thank you. I appreciate the head pats. Also, what can I save, Naomi? Like, how do I save something? But anyway. Indeed, feed the mods. The mods deserve so much. Anyway, an early reminder to save it. I can't save it until I've made changes. Completely forgot the revision, only Pedro. I think when you get to your exam, you might get in a little bit of trouble if you just write Pedro on the exam paper. Let me get my stuff opened. I think I did double check to make sure that my stuff is like good and ready to go. I did install a little bit more CC with the hopes that, you know, I can use this. I'm intending on getting the cats and dogs DLC, or the pet stuff, but I'm a little bit unsure about what other stuff I kind of want to get with it, but, you know. Anyway, are you ready for the first peek of some of the new stuff? We have some new transitions. So, as you guys saw with the stream starting screen, how the text kind of just shoots in and disappears, we have another transition with going to game. Poof! There we go. Is this the right game screen? I think so. But yeah, now you guys should hopefully be able to read the chat, see exactly what I'm doing in the game in terms of picking stuff, and it looks cool whilst it's moving to and from. But yeah, some new transitions. Hopefully it's very fluid. I don't know how it looks to you guys. But yes, I did a lot of research trying to find this stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Your dad and Tiny Human's name is Pedro? I love that for you. There is a sale on Sims 4. It ends on May 15th. What day is it today? May 14th? Maybe I'll look and see if I can get some DLC soon then. It might be worthwhile. Also, hello in return to Tiny Human. Yes, so this is where we're at. To give the people who maybe haven't tuned in before a little bit of a recap of the house. We've been working on this for like the past however many weeks now. You should get Sims content whilst there's a sale. Oh, I will, most definitely. I will try my best to get what I feel like I will play. If some of you who are in the Discord, it would be cool to maybe get some advice on what packs to buy, because I know that I'll probably want stuff for the pets, but I don't know if I'll necessarily use other things. So maybe getting some insight from people who also play The Sims and what packs they think make sense would be good. But yeah, I'll ask about that afterwards. But yes, so to recap for the people who haven't been here before, let's stick on the free camera and also put up the walls. Okay, sweet. So, there we go. All right, let me lower us down and turn off the lines. So we have worked on this entryway. Stuff is missing, which is a bit of a problem, but let's not worry about the stuff that is missing. Wait, what happened to my wall? Is this because we were working on upstairs? The wall seems to have... Okay, the door's gone. Anyway, let's just pretend like this is entirely fine. So this is a good start, isn't it? So we have the dining room, which seems to have a kitchen island in the middle, but let's just ignore that. This is the dining room. This is... Okay, anyway, I thought that this hasn't, like, broken, but evidently things broke whilst I was away. Anyway, you can see that there is no ceiling here, but don't worry about that. We have our little reading nook that will get some more love very soon. We kind of had to make the stairs a little bit more long, just so that we had a little bit more space. Then we have our little... See, so many things have moved here that it's actually kind of a little bit hard. Don't worry, it's not like I've deleted them. The stuff is still there. It's just we probably did it when we were doing the second floor. But we have a skylight somehow. And then we have over here through this door, we have our office space, which is not intact anymore. The desk is gone. What? So many things are missing. Like, actually, the whole desk is gone. I guess I could fix it, but like, the whole desk is gone now. Okay, anyway. And then through to the bedroom. The bedroom is actually the only room that hasn't seen any kind of... what's it called? That hasn't seen any kind of break. We still have our little book corner, we still have our TV that's visible from the bed, and we still have our cozy bed. The CC could have an effect, yes indeed. I didn't delete anything, it just happens. We still have our very bare bathroom that probably needs a bit of love. We still have our very, very bare toilet that also needs more love. And we have our little walk-in closet that I will do some stuff to. These things will change and update, but yeah, we'll get there. Anyway, so now to hopefully get on to the topic of the second floor. We did start putting some things in place, and trying to get stuff going. We, for example, now have a little bit of structure to the second floor. We have the intention of making like a communal like sitting area up here. Maybe throwing in a spot to watch TV. That's the plan for this area, as like a second living room, almost. Then we already have our bathroom, like one of our family bathrooms over here. I'm quite happy with how this looks so far, honestly. I think this looks quite nice. Very clean, no real wasted space. I think the only thing is just about where to put the toilet in the room, really, to make it make the most sense. It should probably be closer to the door in reality, and then maybe we use like a small window in here. We also now have a freed up extra utility room, which will be quite nice for example, when we deal with laundry. That's something. And then we have 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms even, with the intention of trying to give them closet space and stuff like that, but we'll get there. Why not put the toilet in the corner? We'll see exactly where the toilet goes. I think it's more so just about finding somewhere that I feel makes sense in the space of the room, but we'll get there. Yeah, so that's where we're at in terms of the progress. There are still some things that are a little bit, you know, lopsided outside that we will address. Like, I think I'd expressed the want to use these posters and stuff in various people's rooms. And, yeah, also, like, for example, the horses here. I know there are a few people in the Discord and the community as a whole who like horses. So really, it's just stuff like that, trying to tie in some things that hopefully fit nicely. But yes, we're gonna go fix some of the stuff that has been broken in the house. Like, I think I will probably stick this piano somewhere upstairs, just for the sake of people having a place to practice. But yeah, we're gonna try and fix some of the things that are broken. Like, for example, we no longer have an archway or the door. But yes, I'll also try and do my best to keep an eye on the chat. I may miss stuff. So I'm sorry if I miss questions, but please ask. And if I miss something, like to the point where it's clear that I just haven't seen it, just bring it to my attention, and I'll do my best to get it answered as soon as possible. Cannot intersect other objects. Oh, we forgot the most crucial part. We need to turn move objects on. Um, one of the bedrooms will be horse themed, possibly. I think it depends on what feels like it fits the space the best. Like, we did have to make some compromises with the pantry, right? To make it a bit more of like a, I guess to make the space a bit more usable, we had to kind of, bring it in a bit. Like, we can still, for example, find a way of using this cabinet, like, in this space. But that requires converting one of these into a corner piece. And I don't know if that necessarily will work, but I don't know yet. We'll see. I think it doesn't need to be done, but it could be something that the space benefits from. So we'll try and fix stuff. Also, hello, Jawaha. Pedro did indeed take all of my stuff. I blame Pedro. But yeah, it's okay. We do have inner corner pieces that can work. We just need to recolor these. And then we can gain back a little bit of that, like, the counter space. And we also don't need the candle. We can just grab these items and toss them in there. Now, we will look at utilizing them a little bit better in the future. Also, that's a lamp. I don't think I want to keep that lamp here. We will look at how we utilize the spaces, right? Like, to try and get more out of them at some point. But as for right now, we're just going to focus on putting things back to the way they were. We have a lot of horse people, I see. Let's see. We want a fireplace when it will accept my typing. There was one that we used that was very long, like so, I think. I believe this was the style of fireplace we used. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong here. I think this was the one that we used. And we just, like, centered it up here. I think this is the one. Maybe we changed colors, like, to this. Does that look about right to the people who were in for that stream? And then we probably had a painting that made this symmetrical. Actually, that's quite fun, but I think we'll go with this one. Yeah. You have a competition with your pony this weekend where you're going. You might put the runs in the Discord if you don't suck. Hopefully it goes well. I look forward to hopefully getting to see that. I don't think I've ever seen what like competition looks like with horses and stuff. So yeah, I look forward to it. We also had a console over here, right? As well as a like a coat rack, I think, over here. We had the wall hanging one, and we had it positioned so that this hook overlapped with one of these, I think, like so. I think we had it something like that. And then we had a like a console over here. Hopefully we have something that looks quite good, that like fits the vibe really. I think the problem with this one is that it's too tall, right? Like it crosses over a little bit too much. Does anyone who was in the stream last time remember what we used in this space? Like, I don't know if it's a console or if it's like a just like general storage, but yeah. Does anyone remember what it was that we used? Maybe it was an end table. Could it be this one? You don't remember, but it was something I made smaller? Okay. I mean, I'm not opposed to this. I think I would have preferred something a bit different, but this is okay, I think, for our purposes at least. I think this kind of does the job. And then we also want to look for, I think I have a hallway set that had some stuff that could be fun. Like these candles look quite nice. We could maybe go with this. Maybe with a color shift though. You don't we already need to screenshot the house before closing the game. Honestly, like I can't do anything about that. It's just the way things happened. I feel really bad though, because it feels like every so often, right, we get complacent and we enjoy the fact that stuff works, and then something happens to where we're like, okay, everyone's just like, I can't be trusted anymore. At least that's what it feels like, right? Like every so often something happens that kind of upsets that, but it's okay. We'll really quickly fix stuff, and then we'll start thinking about what to work on with the rooms and how we want to kind of use the spaces that we have. Do I want to search? I don't think I want to search for plants plural, but rather just plant. Hopefully we find what we're looking for. Just something nice that kind of sits, you know, something that kind of has a nice, cozy, homely, something you'd put in the hallway. Also, do not expect much. We are fast sometimes, but this time we go slow because we haven't done any patterns since September. That's okay. All good. The cute face plant, the uwu plant, is still in place in the kitchen, in the dining room. The uwu plant will forever be a fixture in this household. I don't think I could ever get rid of the uwu plant. It's too valuable to me. I think there's something so funny about just having a plant pot there that that literally just has an uwu face. Okay, this is a fun-ish plant. Maybe something with a bit more verticality might be the play in here. Is this a floor standing? Yeah, okay, it is. Also, thank you for the reminder. I will take a sip, but I have been chugging water today. So please don't worry. I am very hydrated. Let's see. This one could be fun actually. With the little plant pot, I could see that as being something that people may want in an entryway. And then we can obviously go for symmetrical and then maybe remove this. I think there is a candle that I have that sits in like a little tray on top of a table. Not these ones. Like, let's see. I think it's these. Do they provide any light? Ever so slightly, but not enough to where it, I think affects things. And then we just want some clutter, I think, to round this off. I think we had something, maybe I just need to search for clutter rather than typing clutter. Oh, what's this? Oh wait, hang on. There was actually something good in there. With the, is it this? Huh. Oh, if there's a reed diffuser, that could be fun. I do like my reed diffusers. Because we enjoy some nice scents. I don't think we need 2 of them though. I think likelihood is we probably just want the 1. Maybe we can shift the candles and get something else. Oh, that's where the center is. Okay. Oh, not where I intended to move things. Get to here. Bring it down a touch to like here. Okay. And then now let's have a look at clutter and see what we can find. Does Monster Energy count as hydrating? Nah, it doesn't count. Y'all gotta drink water. At least, you know, at least some water. It's important. The food police is here, so the last thing you want to be doing is talking about not drinking any water in front of the food police. Okay, so I think to round it off, we'll look for some stuff that kind of adds like a, I don't know, something cute. Ooh, pride flags could be fun. I'm down with that actually. Posture check. Yes, I am sitting up straight. My shoulders are back. We're doing good. There's no gamer posture here, at least not today. We do have a calendar that we intended on using in the office, but perhaps this could be a nice hallway addition, you know? Maybe we'll find one more thing that could be fun to stick in the hallway, and then we'll move swiftly on to fixing the office and putting that in a state that it should have been in. Family portraits are always good, actually. We could do something like this, perhaps. And then go for this. How does that feel? Maybe with a little bit of a darker frame as well. How does that feel to you guys? Does this feel okay, or does this look kind of gloomy now? Do we need to find a way to introduce some color here? What do you guys think? Also, hello, Blushing Turkey. Hi, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. So yeah, this is where I'm at with the hallway. What do you guys think? What a time to say that you haven't eaten today. Listen, the food police is coming. The food police is there. You could be in trouble. You would remove one of the plants? The ones on the countertop or somewhere else? Sorry, not the countertop, on the console. Do you think it's too busy now? To get more space for the rest of the clutter? I mean, that's a fair point. Okay, I think I'd remove it from this side then. And then perhaps move stuff over like this. Does that feel more balanced now? Or maybe the diffuser should be at the back, because that is something that you don't need to interact with in the same way. Does this look better? What do we think? Does this kind of look a bit more, sorry, without being in the kitchen, does this kind of have a bit more of the charm that we're after? Let me put it in free camera, because that has a bit more control. How about now? You're surviving on a Tesco meal deal, Nature Valley, and a barbecue? More food, people. You'll need to eat more food. When's dinner time? Not judging, but also more food would always be nice. But yes. Am I gonna have to make one of those audios calling you guys out for not eating again? Oh no! The picture wall! It's been decimated. The picture wall has actually been destroyed. I think it is something to do with all the CC. Like, the picture wall has been absolutely decimated. Like, I swear we had more things in this space. I'm so sad. This was actually one of my favorite parts of the whole build. Like, we had such a cool, like, thing going. Like, we can still get it back, of course, right? Like, it's not the end of the world. It's just, it doesn't feel great to have lost all of the effort that went into making this, you know, feel a little bit, what's it called? What's happened? Why is it so messed up? I have no idea, honestly. Let's put a radiator in here. I know this is like a very modern house thing to do, but you know, it could add a little bit of the hallway kind of feel, right? To have a radiator with this. Do you build your MC house outside the fence? There are spaces inside the fence that already have houses, like that you can move into if you'd like. But if you're generally building something that is for yourself, somewhere outside the fence would be great. Yeah. Let's see if we can find some paintings then. That I swear we had like a really nice photo wall that was really dense, that kind of covered a lot of the bases. But it seems like all of that effort has kind of been for naught in a way, unfortunately. But you know, we'll find something. It is not the end of the world. Like, as much as it is nice to have, we can always get it back, you know? It was something that we kind of did just throw together. Fingers crossed, though. There was something that I think was like the central piece to what we were doing that carried like a bit of a certain vibe. But I think, honestly, it might be quite difficult to find. But we'll see. We'll see if we can get the vibe back, at least. Like, yeah. Did some of your CC have a bug? Or not the mod section, not in the mod sections of the computer? Possibly, but I did, like, the thing is, I think all this stuff was fine last time. So unless I didn't check at the end of the stream, I think the likelihood is it's just bugged. Like, I don't know. I'm hoping that the next time I come to play, I don't end up with like a lot of stuff that actually, you know, was here that gets put back, because that will be a little bit frustrating. But at the same time, it's not like I can do much about, like, you know, it's not like I can do too much about that. But hey ho. Okay. Maybe this can go down one more and just kind of squeeze into some space. Like so. We maybe change the color a little bit. Actually, I think keeping the green is a good idea. So we have no use for these because those don't really match. It's all happening again. You're being you touched because I touched the reading spot. I had to. I didn't really have a choice unless you didn't want to be able to access the second floor. I feel like it was a necessary sacrifice. And y'all are just blaming me. It was the sacrifice that had to be made. Otherwise we genuinely wouldn't have been able to access the second floor, which would have been a shame. Because we didn't really have a staircase planned otherwise. Like, that was the staircase. But, you know, it's okay. These things happen in gaming all too often, so luckily it's not something that can't be rectified. It just requires a little bit of trickery to try and get it back to where it was. But, you know, we'll get there. Maybe a landscape painting might be the play in this space. Like something that kind of fits more long ways. You're gonna eat a PB&J sandwich with Peach Monster as your drink? I don't know if I've had Peach Monster. What do you guys, what is the consensus here? What do you guys think of Peach Monster? Is it like, you know, is it good? Are we vibing? Like, yeah. What are we thinking? What's the vibe? Peach Monster is the best? Okay, fair. I honestly have no idea. It's not something I've sought out, so I wouldn't really know. But fair enough, honestly. Everything peach? Peach monster tastes like peach rings. It's your favorite monster. When we say peach rings, are we talking about the, like when you buy like tinned peaches or canned peaches? Are those what we're talking about when we say peach rings, or am I thinking of something else? It could just be me, because I know we do, sadly, all have very different vocabulary to describe the same things. So I could just be, you know, peach candy rings. Okay. Oh, fair enough. Not something I've come across. I can say that with a degree of confidence. But yeah, fair enough. Okay, and then we probably need to add a little bit more width here. So the trusty zebra painting is coming back. I think also we could probably flip the way that these are done. So maybe to stick this over here. I will remember to save it. Just so that we can get they don't need to be like lined up perfectly or anything, but they should hopefully feel like, you know, part of one continuous piece. Does that look okay, do we think? It maybe lacks a teeny tiny bit on one end, but hopefully this is something that is easily fixed by small pride. Maybe a bit bigger, just in here. Okay, that feels a bit more balanced to me. Just gonna grab a look in free camera to see how I feel about it. I think this is okay, right? What do we think? Maybe move the zebra one down a bit. Like this one, or like the one on the right, sorry. I think it's okay where it is, no? Okay, nice. Alright, I think we'll go with this for the time being. We will look critically at some of the stuff around the house, but we'll get there. Also, hello Remisa, hi. Okay. Alright, so anyway, now that we're done with these remedial work, we should do the study. Also, yes, thank you for stopping by, Nene. Have a good night. See you soon. Okay, so we want the stuff for the office. So we're looking for a, what's it called? The desk that we used. I did use the desk that's quite, I forget which one it is. There's a specific desk that I used that I do like the look of. It is very much a, I think it's this one. It is very much like a structured computer desk type thing. I don't really remember the, oh, I guess we'll try looking at the set. To see if we have something. Long time didn't see the stream. I'm sorry. That is unfortunate, but welcome back. Hopefully, hopefully all is working now, and it is a vibe. I don't remember how exactly we did this space, but to be honest, I'm not gonna stress too much about trying to get it back to the exact same way that it was. Just because I think that we can obviously do a little bit more work in detailing after the fact, to kind of add some more stuff back into the, what's it called? Is that the PC tower? Oh, that's cool. I'll take it. PC tower is always good. Happy days. Okay. I don't like blue PC towers. There's an orange one? Nah, I think realistically, As much as orange would be cool, it would probably be a black PC tower. We can toss the clock. Oh, the clock's already up there. Nice. Little calendar. We've got a desk lamp. We can also throw in a color change. A little USB. The pens and so on. Then external hard drive. We'll just toss it up there. The filing cabinet I know we used. Is there really a need for a webcam? I guess we'll stick it up there, because you never know. And then the computer speakers look completely shrouded in darkness. There we go. So it's like a nice stereo setup. And then headphones are reasonable. I think they would have headphones out on the desk. And then I think we can find some more stuff for the study. What else would you have in a study? You thought the black part behind the screen was the screen? That's crazy. Pedro really made a mess of the house. Pedro did really make a mess of the house. Someone broke in and stole all the stuff apparently. So we've been robbed. Whilst we were sleeping, we were robbed. That's what I'm blaming. I do have decor for laundry actually. So maybe I would get the laundry day stuff. I do blame Pedro. But I don't know. We'll see. I'll contemplate it at least. Also, thank you for the head pats. Also, before we forget, let's save. I know someone reminded me before. We have the calendar up there. What other things would you guys... some books? We do have a lot of books in the house. This is more of a... I feel like this would be more of a content space rather than a book space. But we'll see what we have. Books always do work as far as clutter goes. Don't need a napkin holder. A mug would make sense. So if we see a mug that looks nice, I think that could work. Yeah, there we go. We should put Pedro in the corner so he can think about what we did. I think, if anything, if I actually decided to play through this, then I'd probably call, what's it called? I'd probably call the pet Pedro, just for the fun of it. But as like a throwback, I guess. What else would you toss in that space? I don't think necessarily artwork. Like, this could work. The boxes can make sense. We did use the mannequins beforehand in some spaces. I could stand the mannequin on top of the boxes. Alright, now we're talking. Okay, we could keep adding stuff then. A study schedule. I don't think this is a study room, but this is something I will want to use in a bedroom, perhaps. So let me just toss that into one of them. I think a study schedule is a good idea. Tomatoes are disgusting, but ketchup is fine. See, I feel exactly the same way. Tomatoes are like, I just don't like them. The texture, like, when they're unblended, not it for me. But you blend up tomatoes to make like a tomato sauce, now we're talking. But like sliced tomato, nah. Not it. Can't do it. It's just impossible. Some wild takes. Listen, you can like different things. It's not a bad thing. This is actually kind of fun. I dig this. So how I use this. I like genuinely I think this is kind of fun. Okay. Why is this actually like so... I dig this so much. I'm keeping this, but moving it down. Oh, that's so funny. I love it. Okay, let's see. What else can we get? Um, mustard hate. Mustard is great, but like I feel like you have to like really get the balance right with mustard, particularly if it's like Dijon mustard. Because like low key, Dijon mustard can be like, I don't know, it's very strong. So like if you're not prepared for it, it can really catch you. But hey ho. Question for chat: if you had to cook for a family reunion, what would you cook to feed everyone, or would you buy someone something? I'd probably hire a caterer, to be honest. Like the thing is, as much as I do, like, you know, I think you can enjoy these family gatherings and whatnot, they also just like it's a lot of prep work, and sometimes you just want to be able to enjoy the thing. It's like low key, if there was enough people, I'd just hire catering. Also, hello Molly, thank you for following. Hopefully you enjoy the stream. Yes, let's crack on. We maybe want to add something to fill the space. Some clutter could be cool. I know I've used that in places before, so maybe... Ooh. See, I have something very similar to this. I have like a egg that is like a marble egg, and it's like quite nice, very polished. So that reminds me of something I have. I think we kind of brought back a lot of the vibes that we're after. Orange PC feels crazy. I don't know if I can sanction this. Like, as much as I don't want to use like the black, I think it has to be the black. Okay, I think we've fixed all of the previous errors now. I think we've got back to where we were last time. Okay, so next up is really kind of addressing the second floor and trying to make some improvements in terms of what the rooms look like, what the layout is like, and also just making it feel like a lived-in space. I saved it like 2 minutes ago. Anyway, okay, I'll save it once I finish a room now. All right, let's see. So in terms of the bedroom, right, like I think this has to be where the heads would typically go. So okay, so for the people watching, let's assume, right, let's assume that we wish to what's it called, if this was your house, right, like, and you were trying to put people in the house, where would you put people in the house depending on birth order? Like, we're talking in terms of how, like, what room you give to which number child, and also we'll maybe look at theming it. So let me get a good ceiling light, just something that's big and bright. Okay, I think this works. So we'll just stick this in the middle of each room and kind of go from there. Now, we will do something a bit more interesting with the lights, right? Like, we're not just gonna have, like, what's it called? These tiny little lights. We will put some shades down. So, if this is your space, and these are your kids living here, youngest has one of the bigger rooms. Okay. Alright, so, special privileges in choosing your monster flavor. Mango Loco is my favorite flavor of monster. So, adults closest to the stairs for safety reasons. Oldest at the far end, baby closest to you. Well, I think the thing is, right, like, the master bedroom's on the bottom floor. So these are probably going to be the rooms of kids that are maybe a little bit older. I doubt that babies are going to be sleeping on this floor. Like, in all honesty. Whilst it could happen, I'm kind of doubtful of that, you know? Yes, we still have the master bedroom on the bottom floor. It's just, what's it called? Maybe this adds a little bit more intrigue into the hallway. They kind of have the doors in different spots. Like, we want to have the doors in places where we can still keep a lot of the actual layout the same. Okay, so this room's the one directly above the, what's it called, recording area, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So, anyway. We have a couple different options. You're the youngest sibling in the smallest room. Okay. You live in the biggest room, youngest sibling. Smallest rooms all my life. Easiest to explain to the oldest. That's fair. Posted dinner on Discord for the food police to check it out. Okay, you miss a few streams and we already have it upstairs? Yeah, we've been getting busy. Okay, so I think realistically then, we could also turn this room next to the bathroom into a laundry room. We do have, for example, some base game usable stuff that will allow this room to be a laundry room. The other option for a laundry room is actually on the bottom floor in this room. What do you guys think about that, actually? Do you guys think that the bottom floor room should be the laundry room? Or should it be the one upstairs? Just give me like a general idea of which way you guys are leaning with this one. Would we have the laundry room attached to the kitchen, like it here? Access to the garage? Or would we have the laundry room in this space up here? Now, the only thing to bear in mind is that it would be right next to a bedroom, which can be a source of conflict in terms of noise, particularly washing stuff at night. Meaning that I can find something else to make this room, right? It can be a storage room or a utility closet or whatever. It doesn't necessarily have to have a purpose that is tied to, it could also be another bathroom. Yeah, what do you think? Washing machine in the kitchen? Well, we don't have to necessarily have it be like a UK house layout. Like the washing machine on the first floor, we mean? Like here? Is that what we're thinking? Realistic laundry should go closest to the weather supply. So next to the bathroom is nice. We do have water that is supplied to the kitchen, I should say. Most laundry rooms are next to the bathroom and the same room as the bathroom. Okay, we could do a his-hers bathroom because let's face it, boys are messier. I'll have you know that I am so much cleaner than my siblings. Like, my sister is the messiest person. And I mean that with all the love in the world. Like, I love my sister and my brother to death, but my sister is so incredibly messy. It's not really a rule to me, but anyway, whatchamacallit. What do we think? Could someone make a poll just to see? A laundry room in the garage? Laundry room on the first floor or the second floor, I guess. What do you guys think? Hopefully a poll is easy enough to make. But am I? I feel like I'm pretty clean. Sometimes I do, like, get out a laundry room on the first floor or on the second floor. Where to put laundry? But yes, I guess in this little bit of downtime, we'll make a poll. Give it time. We'll make a poll and then people can get answers, because I feel like the answers that are coming back are being a little bit out of order. Like, I can't decipher what the actual suggestion is. Let you answer early? No, denied. Permission denied. Do you have an other option for the room next to the bathroom? Well, the thing is, it could be anything in that case, right? Like, we could eat into this room for the sake of giving this room more space, right? Because it is a tiny bit less wide compared to this one. And also maybe make it a closet. We could turn it into a second bathroom. So the room on the second floor could be turned into a second bathroom. It could be used as a, what's it called? Could be used as a closet, a utility room, not necessarily a laundry room. So like we do have options that we can use this for. As for the one on the bottom floor, it could be another bathroom. It could be just a garage expansion even. Yeah, it could be anything really. It could be another study, like another room for people to kind of just use as a study space. So, yeah. People started telling me what and when they ate. You think you can kind of be considered as the service food police? Maybe. It could be a storage room, exactly. But yes, so we'll let the poll see its course. Make sure you vote. It is pretty easy to vote if you're watching along on Twitch. If you want it to be on the first floor next to the kitchen, that's where it would be, in this room. We already have some stuff in here just for me kind of softly designating the space. However, we also have the option of putting it here, which would be another convenient space because it is close to a lot of the other bedrooms, and it's right by the stairs. I have not taken a break yet. We'll probably look at taking one soon as we have just crossed the hour mark. So, but yes, I'll let the poll run its course, and then we'll what's it called? We'll look at taking a break soon. Yeah, so it looks like the poll is pretty much decided on first floor. So, I could be wrong. People can, I think, change their votes. So I shouldn't speak too soon. But yeah, we have a couple of options of what to do with this room. We can make it into an extra bathroom so that, you know, there are 4 other rooms here. So we'll assume that there are 4 other, okay, we have a result. So it is going to be on the first floor. Thank you. Okay, so we have 4 rooms up here. So we do have the option of adding a second bathroom. So that is like a third bathroom, I should say. So whilst there is a bathroom over here for the master bedroom, there isn't one for the other bedrooms. So the likelihood is we could have 2 bathrooms next to each other, like so. And then, what's it called? Bedrooms. We could also do something a little bit different, which I haven't really done in this build. We could look at putting a bathroom between 2 bedrooms. So like it being a room that you can kind of access through the other rooms. A playroom for the kids in the smaller room. Well, there's going to be a secondary like living space up here, which I think would be perfect for a playroom. Like in terms of just having a space for kids to sit and watch TV and play with toys. That's what I was thinking of this area up here. I'll hopefully be able to show you what I mean when I actually get to building it. You don't have to break walls, I can move rooms. Exactly. But generally the gist is to kind of switch some rooms around. So instead of having the bathroom be on the end, we'd put the bathroom like between 2 rooms. And then we could also do a similar thing by putting a bathroom in here instead. So instead of maybe the bedroom being out this way, the actual end of the hallway is a bathroom that is only accessible for these 2 bedrooms. Does that make sense? I guess the only thing that leaves us with, the only problem that leaves us with, is where do guests go to the bathroom? If you get a toddler pack, you can have a safety gate that toddlers can't escape. That's a fair point as well, yeah. So to kind of give an idea of what I mean, we can reclaim this room. So this room can kind of be yoinked outside. Then we probably get rid of this diagonal wall, right? Oh, did I get rid of the wall? Oof. Yikes. Okay, so then we take this bathroom, leave it there, move this room over. That's when we can enlarge this room a little bit to like here. Then we take this room, which otherwise would be empty, and then we plunk it in here as a shared bathroom. Now we can still bring back this wall. Delaware, when you play with a big family, you need a skill building room. That's fair. I mean, I should say, we do have a lot of rooms already. What game is it? Hello, June. We're playing The Sims 4 at present. That's what we're on. So this can be a bedroom, right? Like now we have a bedroom right next to the bathroom. This can be like a extra bathroom that other people can use. Then we can have this be like a, what's the name for it now? When a room has like a shared bathroom with another room. What is that called, if you guys remember? Hopefully someone knows. But this room in the middle could be a shared bathroom with door access from either side, like so. We could have a door here and a door here, and then this can just be a bathroom. A Jack and Jill, thank you. Yeah, and then to kind of round off this side, instead of these two rooms being much bigger than the others, we could shrink this one down to we could shrink this one down and bring back the wall in this space, and then put this back and do a very similar thing with this wall being a shared bathroom as well, like so. And then we can have a bathroom shared between two rooms that is only accessible to those two rooms. So now we have a bathroom that guests can use, i.e. imagine you're, let's say you're having a family dinner, right? Your guests want to use the bathroom. Let's see. Let's progressively get moving. Let's say you're having a family dinner, right? Your guest wants to use the bathroom. They go from here. They go out. They go up the steps, like so. Can I make it so I go up the steps? Ah, yes. There we go. You come up the steps, and through here is the bathroom, like so. You don't have to go through any of the other bedrooms to get there. You just kind of nicely walk through. Also, I think we need the tallest ceiling on this floor. I think we need to go for medium walls on both floors for this to feel okay to me. How does that feel? Like in terms of like the general vibe. I could also do something about this door, because that is something that might be a problem area, right? Like I could eat into this hallway a bit more and just have it be flat. But yeah, that's where we're at the minute. We can also take the wallpaper that's around and stick this on these walls. Okay, there we go. And then we have a nice neutral bright color on our walls. does this feel like it makes sense in terms of my thinking, right? Like, instead of having, like, say the bathrooms be at the end of the hall, they just share. Like, yeah, the two biggest rooms, although it kind of eats into this room a little bit. So maybe, is there a way to kind of give this one a little bit more space back? Because the angled wall did make sense. But some decoration. We will. Don't worry. You have this on in the background whilst doing homework. Okay, no worries. Alright. So the only thing is, this bedroom is a lot bigger than the one next to it. So I'm trying to also create a little bit more bedroom size equality where I can as well. Obviously I can't help that some rooms are going to be bigger than others, right? Like, especially if they have corner bedrooms, but I think that, you know, this could help. All right, let's see. What would we want? I think then, since we now know the general direction we're going with bedrooms, we can start sticking some beds down. Like so. Just for the idea of what the overall layout of their bedrooms are going to be, right? Like, I think technically this isn't the best when it comes to Feng Shui. Like, I don't think you want to have a bedroom, a window directly behind your head. I think more accurately, a better way of having this be a bed is to, like, have it here, right? That way you like, the whole thing about being protected from the bathroom energy and not being attacked by birds and monkeys coming through your window. I think this is probably the way that this room should be laid out, though you can hear when people are going to the toilet on either side, so that is a sacrifice that has to be made. This room, we could also probably accomplish a similar thing in terms of where the doors are placed, right? Like, we stick the door in this area. Actually, that's not quite where we want it, like here. So it's in a similar type of place. And then we again have the option to put the bed against the wall, like so. There we go. Monkey is totally gonna come through the window and attack you. Have you guys not watched the Feng Shui guy on TikTok? Like, whatchamacallit? That's what the thingy. That's what he would say when you're, like, watching him talk about why you do certain things. Like, in terms of what has, like, the best energy and stuff. But yeah, like, I feel like I'm doing alright, you know? I feel like we're maximizing the distance between people. You think you've seen him? I would imagine you would have, yeah. And then I guess the door can be somewhere over here. We do need to maximize our door space in the bathroom. That is something that does need to be looked at, because we won't have a ton of space. So we need to make sure we're getting all the stuff that we need for this to actually pay off. Okay, so there we go. We now have a general idea of the layout of the various rooms and what things are going to look like. You're really tired, you're going to hop out. Okay, no worries. Thank you for stopping by, Naomi. Have a good rest of your night. Okay, so we now have a general idea of what the rooms on this in this part of the house are going to look like. Now, we still need to place things down, obviously, and figure stuff out, but yeah, we'll get there. Okay, so lastly, I don't think we want to stick a what's it called? I don't think we want to stick a door right at the top of the stairs. I think that would be a bad idea. So, let's see. Okay, so I did save a interesting looking TV console. Now, I may consider a bookshelf and stuff like that. My thinking here is that this would be a wall where a TV goes of some kind. Mainly because, you know, you play your games consoles and stuff like that. You going tonight to bed as well? Good night, Daisy. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully you have a good time sleeping. Yeah. See you soon. So there was a set that I bought with the intention of using in this space, but I will go look for this when I get back. Let's use this as a chance to take a break then, and you guys can go off, get some snacks, get some water. We'll be back in about a few minutes. We're gonna run some ads. So yes, use this as a chance to get a snack. If you're in bed watching, get ready for bed, all that good stuff. And we'll be back in like 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah. Okay, and you can also watch this lovely transition to the be right back screen. Okay, I will be right back. So, yeah. Going to bed now too. Good night. Good night, Yin. Okay, I shall be back in a couple of minutes. Take a break, go get some water, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, hello, hello, we are back. Ooh. I also chugged some water. So I feel like I need to burp. But, hello people. Hello, hello. We are back. Also, welcome Arrow, good to see you. Yes, so, anyway, back to the topic of today's stream. The Sims, when I can figure out, there we go, lovely. Yes, so, as you guys can see, we do have some more stuff that we kind of want to get done. So we were looking at this space right here, just above the stairs, and looking at a way of making this feel a little bit more cozy. So I had an idea based on as much, that looks wild. Anyway, based on a few things that I've seen that I quite like. Like, I know we've used the green here. I think that there is this general, like, I do like these, like, wooden slats, right? Like, I do think these look really nice. However, I think these are overused at the same time, right? Like, as cool as I think these are, I think these are everywhere. Like, I feel like everyone has seen these in, like, someone's, like, hey, we're renovating our, you know, our living room. But you never know. Would it be in console? Maybe. I know I installed a new set. I'm gonna really quickly go take a look in my, like, my history to go and see, what I got today. But yes, I'm gonna find it. Bless me. But yes, let's see if I can find it, because I think that'll be helpful right around now. I also got some cat trees and stuff like that. TV zone. Let me see if that finds it. Also, thank you for the reminder. I have drank some water, so I am in a good state with hydration. But yes, thank you. So it is based on this thing that we found. I think the gist was, what's this glass display for? Oh, it's one of those, like, you put it on the wall. This is like a smaller version. That's a I don't know how I feel about that couch. Huh. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. I think I'm good. Oh, wait, actually, there was a bookshelf I had. There was a bookshelf I had that looked really good. You're gonna go to sleep now? Have a nice rest of your day. I hope you have a nice day too. Thank you for stopping by. It was nice to have you here. You have eczema on your lips next to your mouth. Brushing teeth hurts, but not brushing teeth is disgusting. Is it like where opening your mouth is painful, right? Because I have that sometimes when I sleep with, and like if my nose is stuffed, I start breathing through my mouth, and that can sometimes like give me issues with what's it called? It can give me issues with the breathing, like opening my mouth and stuff like that, and that is unfun. Why does this not wish to work? Snugnook is the name. Let's see. This could work, right? In terms of giving us a bit of an interesting, this is a corner piece. Okay. Huh. Does this cover the kind of area that we'd want it to, though? I don't know. This feels like something that you'd have in a room that was dedicated to this. Like, I don't know how I feel about that one. yeah, I don't see that quite working out, really. Just because of the fact that the wall up here is squared off, unfortunately. I don't think it can work, at least for my own purposes. Yes, opening your mouth hurts because the eczema close to your mouth with dryness. That's unfortunate. You got eczema for eating something with pecan nuts. You didn't know that there were nuts in it. That is rough. Please be careful. See, I like this set, right? Because it has this like really cool like seat that goes in here. So people can sit in this like area, which I think could be incredible, right? Like if done right. It just depends on how we utilize this space. Because I don't think it makes sense to have a really big wall in here, right? Like I don't think that makes much sense at all. I think it might be better to lean into you know, some of the other stuff that we have. But then these pieces fit nicely together when they're actually like on the same stuff. That's the only thing, right? Like if I have these like lined up like so, they fit together really nicely with no gaps. Is the only problem. Will you give us many books? Of course there will be many books. There's always many books. I want to try and use these little seats to make almost like a bigger structure, I guess. Hopefully you'll see what I mean when it comes to how that looks. Maybe we'll move these. How can I make this work? Like, they can work in the context of a bedroom as storage or whatever. Let me see how this goes, actually. Let's just copy these and move these here and see what they look like in the context of a bedroom. This is meant to be more of like I'm making like a cozy space type thing, but I think that it could be interesting to see where we end up after having tried this a little bit. I think actually, would the round thing, I think the round part would benefit from either being in the middle, like so, or being on either side. Do you guys get what I mean? And then we can obviously take the right side stuff. Oh, that won't open. Okay. So this door won't work if I do that though. Dang it. Okay, I had a dream, I had a vision, but the vision doesn't seem to be working the way that I wanted it to. Unfortunate. You went with rinsing your mouth and using mouthwash so it won't smell too bad. Hopefully that's okay. Yeah, hopefully that's okay. Let's see. We want to make a TV area. I think that we can utilize these shelves, but we just have to be a little bit more methodical in where we use them and how we use them. Like, I think having a door that hinges towards the left here makes sense in this spot. We could also put it over, and then let's see. Hopefully you don't have eczema tomorrow morning. Hope so too. Hopefully you don't have eczema tomorrow. Okay. So let's take this, put it over one. And then we need like a hanging shelf. Oh, that's cool. I don't know where that would work in this context. but nah. Wooden wall is fun. Hopefully this doesn't glitch too much. Then we have, let's see. I don't as much as I want to try and make this work, I don't know if I can. That blends in a nice way though. Let's get rid of this then. And this. Then what if we grab the other, what's it called? This makes this area into a seat, right? Like this becomes a seat that you can sit on, that I think would be quite fun. I don't know exactly how to get this to work in the context of the space that we have. I think that this is something that maybe just isn't, what's it called? It might not be compatible with the vision that I'm having. So I think maybe this has to go for now. I think we can still get use out of these wooden walls, despite it being one of the most overplayed, like, design choices that people have been making in recent memory. I think there is still, let's see, where's the middle? The middle is like here, right? Thank you for the head pat. But yeah, I haven't seen any new movies. It's been a while, honestly, since I've watched a new movie. I just haven't really been as into film as I used to be. But yeah, okay, let's see. I know there was a, let's see. I think there was a cabinet that I wanted to use downstairs that didn't really make sense. Could it be it might be these. Maybe this is what we need. But these are kind of kitchen sets. So maybe not quite. Oh god, this like fully, You have to go now, but it was fun. Have a good day or night and see you on Friday. Thank you for stopping by, honey. Have a good rest of your night. And see you soon. I don't know about this either. Let's see, if I type wall, what comes up? This could be fun, but this is huge. Let's see, if I type TV, maybe there is something that'll show up here that is nice. Like, we do want do we want a bigger TV up here than we have down there? Probably no. Oh god, that's huge. Use some big TVs. Okay, we'll just go back to maybe this TV, the curved TV. And then do we have like a console or TV stand that looks good? Something low and long. Does it have any nice See, this is my favorite console of the entire game that from the CC I have, but I don't know. Can't decide if you want to play one of my RPG worlds or Minecraft. I say do what you want. Try Minecraft maybe. But yeah, do what you feel is most fun to you. Let's see, this was called iodine, right? Let's see if they have anything else. I doubt it, but you never know. Okay, not really. Alright. So now we have like a bit of a cozy TV area. Maybe I'm willing to try and see if I can find something else. Okay, alright, I'm circling back. End shelf left? Let's see. How far does this stick out to there? Okay. This does kind of partly destroy the viewing angles on the TV. Let's see. Alright. I kind of want to go for it with this odd bookshelf. Like the round bookshelf. But I also kind of want the seating area. So I may just... I think the bookshelf can go on the left. Like so. It does eat into the wall though, which is a bit of a problem. Ideally it would go up to there, but that can't really work. But let's just stick with it. Let's stick with the vision. Because I'm having faith in the vision. Okay. That's not perfect, but then if we put this, it won't go in here perfectly, will it? Now, can I get these colors to match? The dark wood could work with black. And then we could try shifting the color a little bit. Oh, this comes with books for the bookshelf. Okay, that's handy. Let's see. Then... Okay, I'm gonna do something that I don't know how I'm gonna feel about. I may hate it. There's a chance I could like it. But I could hate this, and I could revert it almost immediately. I don't think this is what we should do. But if we were to make it less round and have it be square up here. What do you guys think, right? Like, if we ignore, obviously I will make the bottom match this, but what do you guys think of this? Instead of it being rounded like so, just being squared off. Do we think that you're gonna head out and you're almost at the store? If I'm still alive, you'll join again. Okay, no worries. See you soon. What do you guys think about this? Do you think that we should keep the rounded side to this part of the building, right, like we do over here? Or should we try the angled approach? Because the angled approach, we free up a lot more space that we can use for, say, a... what's it called? Like an end cabinet. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of fixated on this damn set. Unsure. Actually, I guess there is always the option of just playing into the space that I... Alright, you know what? Actually, I don't think I need to. I don't think I need to, honestly. Looking at it again. I can just nudge this over. Like so. And then, if we do grab the little end piece, that should hopefully be able to fit without protruding fully out of the wall. Hopefully now, if I'm, let's see, if I change the color to Maybe black. And then change this to black. Yes? Okay, so... this can kind of... I think we maybe need to look at a different console. Something maybe a bit wider. Let's see. I'm sure there is something. That's too narrow. This is too tall. We want something that's like really wide. This looks like a reception type thing. Okay, low-key, does this feel like it's a little bit nicer than the area that's downstairs in some ways? Okay, I don't want this one though. I think this is too bright. We want a console that is long. This maybe fits the stripy color scheme of these tables a bit better, the furniture a bit better. So if we eliminate this and we stick this against the back wall, now we probably need to move the TV up like so. We could then move the console. How far can I move this back actually? Because if this can go like that far back without protruding, that might actually be the play. Like this looks good so far. And then of course squeezing the last little piece in, and dare I say it, we kind of have something that might look quite nice. I think we actually kind of do, low-key. I think this does look quite nice. And then we maybe delete this wall here. Unsure. We don't want the wood to show behind here, do we? Actually, maybe we do. But then it needs to be budged over so that we can see it. And then hopefully this is just the right length. Oh, let's go. Okay, nice. So now the TV is centered. We can then add perhaps this other bookshelf into this space, like so. Maybe push it a bit further forward. No, this isn't the color. So this might help. Okay, so now this is about in line. Is this in line? That looks a bit far back. Oh. Nice. Hey, nice. Glad you like it. I'm hoping that this kind of has the desired look and feel. Like, I want it to feel like a very complete set. I don't know if we're completely losing the plot here, right? Like in terms of staying true to what the original vibe is. Not one of these. Is this a dresser? No, thank you. And we probably want one that opens to the right. Okay, nice. Like so. Then we have... This could be a little bit too dark is the only thing. the woods are so different. Like, there's no in between that kind of allows me to brighten up the color over here, which is a bit of a shame. We can try to see if we can add a bit of color to this space. Like, obviously we can introduce color with things like the actual furnishings, right? Like, we maybe look for some wall lighting. Let's see. Okay. We could look at some of like the very discreet bedroom type wall sconces. Like would this be it? Alright, let's remove the current lighting for investigative purposes. So that does add a little bit of light, but not necessarily in any kind of meaningful, like, way. Let's look at some table lamps then. We know that this is bright. We very much know that that is bright, but that's too bright. Leave the table brown? I don't think so, honestly. I think the table, like, I don't think that works. I may have to disagree with that one. Also, thank you for the reminder. I will save it. I don't know. I don't think that works to me. I think now this kind of looks a little bit like this is one piece, which I don't know if I really dig, to be honest. I have saved it. I don't know if I really dig this, though. Like, I think this works to me. I don't know if... But it's okay. We will see. I think the main thing, right, is to have... I say an open mind. Like, I did initially just say no, but I will have an open mind about, I guess, other things that we can try. Like, we can add, like, some other lighting here or there. Looks great to you? Okay. I'm just thinking in terms of, like, keeping the, just the general vibe that we're after. But maybe this candle will be fun. Maybe we get rid of... Actually, no. We'll leave that one. Then we'll add maybe like a floor lamp. You like it? Okay. That's good. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. I think... Okay, so next up is thinking about how the sitting situation would look. Now, we'd want to have a couch that's maybe directly over here. So maybe let's look at couches. The piano we don't quite have a space for yet, but we'll get there. So a couch that could oppose the window or the TV. What do we use downstairs? We use that one. Okay. So then I think I maybe need to look at doors. I think I need to look at doors and windows. I think we want some big, like, some big floor to ceiling, like, sliding door type windows. Hopefully that makes sense as far as what I mean. I know I have some sliding doors that do offer a degree of, like, you know, modularity in how they fit together. I just don't know exactly which one they are. This is fun though, actually. This looks like a, quite a nice size of door to get out onto the balcony. Okay, I'll keep that one in mind because that could be nice. I wanted a sliding door though. Should you make popcorn? Yes. Case closed. No, not for this usage. This could be fun if I was gonna make like a, like a nice, what's it called? Like a more fancy type thing. More ornate is probably the word that I'm looking for. Like design. I'm sure there is something that fits. Flat sliding door. Flat sliding door. This could also be an option. Okay. Let's see if we have windows that are compatible with these now. Because we want something that's floor to ceiling. Something that kind of carries the same, oh, this is fun. So the window would be open. Okay. Balcony overlooking the garden. There is this balcony that I plan on doing something with. I'm not entirely sure on what yet, but I think a balcony area where people can sit outside is what I'm going for. That way we can do a little bit more with the garden, and we don't have to do as much of like an outdoor seating area if we have the balcony to play with. But you'll see. We'll get around to it, I promise. It's just figuring out this other stuff. Okay, I think this is where we're at. Like this combined with these windows mean that we can have like, what's it called? We can have like almost like a wall of doors, if that makes sense. All right, let's see. Something like so, combined with maybe this window. Is this like the way it's supposed to be? Hopefully. And then can obviously remove this, and then put the last window there. Then it's like a wall of windows. Hopefully it's clear which ones are the windows and which ones are the sliding door. We can also make these black to match the, well actually, what's the trim like? It's brown at the minute, so maybe like a darker brown. Oh, wrong thing. Good job. Maybe like so? What do we think? Just drench them in salt instead. I mean, that's one way of doing it. So the color here is a little bit off when we're comparing. I don't think I have a brown that really... This is probably the closest I can get. I think that's okay enough. How does that look? Does that look like the inside of a sliding, like a window type thing? Right? I think this looks okay. And it's symmetrical about here. Okay. The piano probably has to move. Oh no. See, every so often this game like keeps me in check. There we go. All right. Next up we want some curtains. Yeah, imagine it's just like, honey, I accidentally deleted the floor. Followed by the, you did what? It's like, don't worry about it. Let's see. We have some nice sheer curtains that could work as like a way of I don't know actually, really. They could work as a way of dealing with this. We do have blinds as well. I don't know how to feel about it yet. And that's a curtain pole. Do I even have enough variations in these to properly get something that feels like right? Maybe no. Be right back. Okay, no worries. Would we want curtains up here? Let's think practically. People are going to be driving up this road that also seems to have a tram line. There's also a house over here that can see directly over past these trees towards this yard, like this side window. How much do we need curtains in this location? Like honestly, how much do we need curtains in this location? Sheer would be good. Sheer is also completely useless in reality, right? It would just give a little hint of she is sleeping, chat. Yes. Sheer curtains would give like a very, very, very slight degree of no cats in Sims 4. Oof. Let's see. Do we have any more? A shutter? No. We have blinds, but these are like... Actually, what if I use blinds? Like, I don't think that's bad, no? Like, if these are 2 tiles each, right, and we use the half blinds, I think I can actually kind of say that this might be a good idea, right? Because if there is the want for more privacy in areas, we can draw the blinds. And they don't need to necessarily stretch the whole way, just in enough places that you have the, like, the feeling that you are covered up. Like so. And then this one is still the door. So I think we just need a mat. Guess who couldn't fall asleep? Well, welcome back, Nene. This is the perfect thing to help you fall asleep, watching me play Sims. Also, hello, June. Hi. Welcome in. Good to see you. Hopefully things are going okay. We're still working on the second floor. We're hard at work. Trying to kind of get this figured out. This is a very big rug. Possibly too big. Okay, if it's outside, I think it should be something quite practical. But not gonna lie, you might go to sleep if that's okay. You can go to sleep whenever you'd like to. It's okay. You don't have to, what's it called? You don't have to apologize or ask for permission, I should say, to go to sleep. It's completely fine. Okay, so we have our, like, second floor, right? The outside area. This should probably not be wood. It should probably be a, like, one of the various stones. Maybe something that kind of fits in with the house. Unsure. Maybe not this. Anyway, we'll address this properly. So just to give you guys a kind of idea about what yeah, nothing better than seeing you struggle to find the right things. That is basically what this this is basically what this is. This is what was done in the time that you were away, just to kind of give some context. Also, I'll try and show you June as well, so that you can see what's changed. So we have this little area on top of the stairs now, which is going to have like a second little like living space with all this storage and bookshelf stuff, as well as this little wall seat, which from what I know is actually functional, meaning that you can sit in here and read. Then we have the hallway. We now have this is the bathroom that's up here. Then this room is a bedroom. Then we have a Jack and Jill over here, like a shared bathroom. Then in the corner room, we also have a Jack and Jill. So now we've kept the same bedroom count. Like we have 5 bedrooms all in all, but now we have 4 bathrooms. Though these bathrooms are only really accessible to the rooms in the middle. This is more of like if you have a guest, this is where they would go. Isn't there a cushion for that whole seat? Yes, I will put one. Don't worry. How did you manage to do this much? Were you gone that long? A lot of head scratching. And some very useful suggestions. So I think this outdoor area will have a lot of the things. I have some outdoor couches, for example, that I am dying to use in this space that I think would look incredible. I don't know if I'm going to have the wood floor, to be honest. I think the wood floor might not be the best choice given that this is going to be exposed to the elements. But, yeah, we're slowly but surely making progress. And kind of finding things that work along the way. We now have some kind of protection for these windows with the blinds. That luckily, there's different versions of these, but we'll roll with these for the time being. The next is kind of putting the other stuff in place. Like, for example, what other knickknacks are going to go in here? Like, is there going to be more seating? Like, that kind of stuff. I think it's reasonable that this is a place where people would play, the kids would play, like stuff like that. You're starting to forgive me for how I changed the reading spot. I don't think I did that bad. I still will come back to it. When I finish designing the house, am I going to put actual Sims in it? I think the likelihood is I will design the house, finish, and then move on to doing a different type of house. I will probably make this available to you guys in the Discord to use if you wish to, to mess around with the build, as well as like compile a list of all the CC. But yeah, hopefully, it should be a nice, what's it called? Are we using the trusty rug again? We've used this rug so much, it maybe needs a break. Okay, that's kind of poking out a little bit. But I don't think it's a bad thing to use the same rug. I think it keeps things on theme, right? You sadly must disappear into the void. Have fun. Well, thank you. Where is the new reading nook? You want to be disappointed? It's not bad, okay? So because we had to change the stairs, this is what the reading nook looks like now. However, all that's happened is that these, what's it called? These little, what's it called? The shelves have been moved. So this is kind of what it would look like if you're sat in here. You're not fully enclosed, but like, it just needs more decoration. So it will get its life back. It still has all of the things that you guys liked. It just needs more stuff wrapping around it, and maybe like a plant in this area to like properly sell you on being in the space. But don't worry, y'all are threatening me. Yeah, I could, exactly. Like, I will get to it. I think I don't want to have to risk changing it again, because you'll be too upset. So, we'll just see where we go. And we'll give it our best shot. I know that I have a couch. Is this the outdoor stuff? I think this is the outdoor stuff. I'll remember that. Let me go down a little bit of a rabbit hole. Bachellium, I think. There we go. So I had some stuff with the intention of using it on like outdoor areas like this, like outdoor seats, outdoor chairs. I'm gonna plonk these outside, as well as maybe like the parasol. Some of these are so fun. Like, I know that this is meant to somehow be garden stuff, but I kind of want to put like almost like another outdoor, like an outdoor area that people can chill in. You're so tired that these are too nice to watch. This is still gonna be available to watch after the fact, you know. I do like having you guys here in real time, of course. But sometimes, like, you know, it's okay to get your rest. Like, yeah, the streams are not going anywhere, you know? Oh, okay. We have some other stuff. Like, we could actually put, like, an outdoor kitchen and stuff like that. Wait, do I have a pergola? Do I have one? Let's see. Pergola. I might. Most upbeat song? I don't even know what song's playing. I don't have the music. Oh, we might be cooking here. This was something that, like, I was trying to see if I could find a place for it. Like, look at this. I also have a gazebo. This could be fun as like a, you know, building into like an outdoor kitchen area. But yeah, that's a lot of a pergola skylight. That's crazy. Pergola curtains. Is this for this? Huh. The more you know. Okay, anyway. An outdoor barbecue. I don't think I'm going to use this here. I think this might be somewhere that you'd sit in the garden. Hopefully there is something that can be done with this to make it feel... I would have hoped to find a way to make it work, but it's okay. Anyway, we'll come back to it, but I didn't mean to do that. We'll find a way of making this work. You may have added a little bit too much salt. Yes. It happens. It happens to the best of us even. And that's okay. Oh, no. See? I keep managing to delete stuff. Anyway. So we want to find... Is that the same chair that we used? It might be. We want to find a seat that looks like a big... Maybe this one. Like a big, comfy... like family sofa. And put it somewhere central so that there is kind of... Is that just a fake chair? Is that a fake end? Okay. Huh. I see. The Sims really likes throwing me curveballs. Is this another one of those? Okay. Okay. Is this the one that has two pieces? Yes. There we go. That's huge. Like, okay. There are so many things here that I can't wait to use. Because I've forgotten how many like things I got for this purpose. Do I have one of those modular sofas? I do. I have a couple I'm just trying to decide really what direction I want to go in. Because like I could go for like a modular sofa. I could also just go for a couple of smaller standard sofas, you know? It doesn't have to be completely like packed out with seating. It could also just have like a couple of spots to sit. Maybe this here. How does that feel? What does the perspective feels like when you're watching TV? Oh, that is not where I wanted to look. Okay, so anyway, zooming out, sitting down. This is what the view looks like when you're sat on the couch. How long do I think I'll be streaming? Asking for a friend. I think like, to be honest, maybe another half an hour or so. I don't think I wish to go too late. So probably will be looking to wind back soon. I think we can clutter this area up next time in terms of finding something that maybe works. A square rug could work. Why? Why would that ever be what I wanted? That's crazy. Why would that ever be the thing that I wanted to do in that situation? Like, a square rug can be fine. I think it's just how it divides up the space doesn't necessarily feel conducive to the this would be a nice whatchamacallit though. Anyway, I think I will put this back. Okay, there we go. Couch can still be here. Then we can get a... Will there be children in this house? Yes. There will be kid stuff put around, I should say. I'm just trying to give them as many social spaces. Actually, I could look at games. Surely there should be video games. Oh, hey. The PlayStation games. Yes. I think these could go like maybe in one of these. Why do I love this? Dorm territory? Let's see what else we have. Because maybe there is something in here that might fit. A guitar would be fun, yeah. Maybe that's fun with the pink. Okay. Maybe not black. Black everything is how we get into a place where nothing really feels what's it called? You can pretend it's Guitar Hero. Exactly. Now you're getting it. We throw in some games. School books. Possibly no. I think school books we maybe want to keep in the bedrooms. It doesn't look like there's Hot Ones. The Hot Ones logo just casually chilling around someone's house. Can you imagine? You go to someone's house and they just have the Hot Ones logo on the wall. Let's see. Controllers. Okay, now we're talking. Are these PS5 controllers as well? I love this. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, let's see. Video game and recreation. Game. Did we search game before? Okay. Do they have like a what's it called? I swear, aren't there like gaming consoles and stuff like that? Is it like the Sim Station? Is that what it's called? Yeah, there we go. Sim Station 6. Love is in the air projector. Wait, do I not have it? Have I ever tried VR? I have not. So it said SimStation 6 console, right? Like, I'm not tripping when I saw that. So how do I not have a, I don't know. Anyway, we'll find stuff. I'll be cluttering this up with gaming stuff as well. Let's see. Let's look in the kids' room. Look for toys as well. Some Pokeballs would be fun. We've had some Pokeballs in the whatchamacallit, in other rooms. So this is like a nice callback to that. Do you have a favorite old console and a game for that? Like, for example, Crash Bandicoot from PS1. Maybe you weren't alive when the PS1 was out? I had a PS1. To be honest, I think that my favorite games console from when I was younger probably is the it's the PS2. I had this game that I used to play called Sonic Heroes. I absolutely loved it, but yeah. It's a games console that I wish I had. What's it called? That I wish I wish I had the memory disc for the PlayStation, because you didn't actually get that as one of the things they gave you. Like, you had to actually go out and buy it. So it was a really tough sell trying to get my parents interested in buying stuff. You need to get back to work. Thanks everyone, and bye. Thanks for stopping by, Anna. Be safe and good luck with work, and see you hopefully next time. Take care. Thank you for stopping by. I have a book nook. I have a book nook set. Huh. Let's investigate. There's a hanging chair. What? I had a hanging chair. Why? Okay, hang on. Would this work in this space? Okay, hear me out. Do you guys think a hanging chair would be a nice addition to this space? Like so? Like, instead of the chair that we have, do we favor the hanging chair? Especially with like these cushions and stuff. I know that it obviously says book nook, so it is a little bit like, you know. But could this be a nicer overall fit than what we currently have? Yeah, you like it more? Okay. Good to know. Alright, we'll go with it then. Okay, let's see. I don't think we need to go... Nah, we'll give it another table, I guess. Why not? What are these motivational books? Okay. Alright, we'll do that instead. Maybe not with these books, but like this. Leave the open book there. Is there a space in here for this to go? Alright, that's where that's going. We're slowly but surely finding stuff that kind of rounds the space out. I need to change the color though? Huh. Oh, we have a lot of different colors. Okay. This could be fun. So blue are the darkest cushions we have. And as a result, I think I'm leaning towards white as being the color that we have for our seat at the bottom. You have a hanging chair near your bookshelf in your room and you can tell it's so nice? Okay. I feel like my thing with that is just like, it would suck if the cable broke. That's all I could think about if I used one. I'd just be so paranoid about the cable breaking that I'd genuinely just be like so scared of that happening. But you know, it happens. C'est la vie. This could be fun then. A little clutter tray. We can now put this probably on a coffee table. Coffee table. And you feel that all the time. It's like, it's not actually that big of a risk, right? Like in reality, but for some reason it feels like something that would happen. But yeah, I don't know. Knowing my luck, at least, it feels like something that would happen. Huh. There's a balcony living set? Alright, hang on. Okay, we'll come back to this searching at coffee tables. Because the thing is, I have so much content that, like, I don't know. Maybe not this. What's it called again? Callium. But I have so much content that, like, sometimes I don't know how to. Okay, I will make sure to save it. Thank you. I have so much content sometimes that I completely forget that what does what. I think we used this shelving unit somewhere already. Watering can. Is this like one of, I don't know, what's this for? Oh, you can plant plants on it. It's a trellis, right? Not trellis. What's it called? And then you can, no, you can't do that. Never mind. Oh wait, actually, I do have some hanging baskets. I will come back to this, but this is good to know. We have a lot of options in terms of what we put out here, and I'm gonna make sure to try and utilize these because a lot of these are really cool. Like for example, I do have some flower baskets that hang off the wall. Let me find it. Plant. Like I have some really nice hanging baskets that go off walls. Like, oh, this one goes off the ceiling, but I have some that, like, where are they? See, I have one out front, right, like in front of the house, but I kind of wanted to show you guys this one because I think you might appreciate it. But it seems like it's going to be something that causes issues for me in terms of actually finding the one that's suspended off the wall. There should be one. This could be fun. A divider? Alright. Another divider. I'll keep these in mind. These are the right kinds of ideas though, for this kind of space. And then obviously planters and stuff would be nice. It seems like I'm a little bit unlucky with these, so I'll just show you the one I have around the front. I think that something like these could be really nice. In this space. Like, we could actually go, like, full, like, roof plant garden / outdoor area. Like, we have a lot of stuff that could be used to, like, decorate the space in that way. But yeah, I think that these are meant to go under windows and stuff. But yeah. Do I have a bird cage? I don't think I do. But I will investigate. I don't think I do. At least not that I remember. This is a bird house that would go off the wall. Bird feeder. Bird house. But yeah, we'll take... Oh! Bird of paradise flower. Hello, hello. Don't mind if I do. That actually looks so fun. Like, oh, I want it to point so that, like, yeah, there we go. No, I want it to point so that all the things are visible. Oh, it's so fun. Okay. Why am I being bonked? What did I do? You can't sleep, you blame Pedro. See, some poor soul is gonna tune into this stream who's called Pedro, right? And you guys have been making them feel horrible. And like, I don't know, poor Pedro is gonna tune in and be like, why does everyone hate me? Can you imagine? Can you imagine your first time in the stream and all you see is like, I hate Pedro. I blame Pedro for the stream. I blame Pedro for the reading nook. Pedro is the reason why none of the custom content's working. But yes. Anyway, I'm just yapping. All right, let's see. Coffee tables. Justice for Pedro, indeed. He always does this, making us the bad guys. That's because you are the bad guy, Nene. Head pats, indeed. For Pedro. Anyway, let's see what else we can find. Something kind of big, but like low to maybe help fill up this space would be good. I like the idea of something that's made from like, looks like pallets almost, but I don't think that's quite what would... that's so like interesting, but eh. Is this just like a bucket? It's just like a bucket. Okay. Let's see. I guess a little glass coffee table can't hurt. And then maybe we'll save this for outside. Okay, so we probably won't use this here. Okay, so now we have our little area with stuff. We have our little seat. We can probably find a cushion. I think this is at the point where we should probably look to wrap up the stream, just because we are eking into that almost 3-hour territory. Am I okay? I'm okay. We're chilling. Yeah, life's good. I think, right? I believe so, at least. Maybe not this one. Or this one. Like a small pillow that just kind of... Okay, we'll just go with that. And settle for an uneven, you know, like... I think that's okay, actually, though. We'll all be having dreams of Pedro tonight. Ah, indeed. Poor Pedro. They're just going to be hearing from all of us. Guys, don't fall off horses. More than a year later, your back decides to randomly hurt again. Back issues are really not fun. So sorry about that. Have to wake up early, you need to sleep, Pedro is in your head. It's okay. Just embrace it. Just embrace the Pedro song. Be one with the Pedro song. Next thing you know, all of you guys will be sat there thinking, like singing to yourself, like Pedro, Pedro, Pedro. And that's it. That's all it takes. And you'll just be singing it to yourselves. How does that feel, by the way? How does it feel knowing that you're slowly being brainwashed into what's it called? Into remembering the Pedro song. Next thing you know, I'll choose like the most like catchy songs from like the 2000. Nah, I'm kidding. I like the Pedro song as well. I do think it is quite nice. I don't actually have anything like. There's nothing wrong with the song whatsoever. Oh, that's actually so nice. What the heck? That is so nice. Okay. Anyway, I think we can push the table to here, bring the seat forward a bit, and nudge the table back. Like so. I think that's reasonable. We still have the space behind, but not like a crazy amount of space. Pro tip, do not set your favorite happy song as your alarm tone, you'll start hating it. I feel like so. We're building on The Sims? Yes, indeed. This is where we're at so far. We are on the 2nd floor of this house. We have been doing a lot of work. Like, this is where we're at so far in the house build. The door seems to have decided to break, so let's fix that. But we've done a lot of stuff. We've done a lot of rooms. We're almost at the very end here. Let's see. What else have we got? Looks primarily green themed. Yeah. A lot of green, a lot of fun colors. A lot of nature throughout as well, and wood tones. And black. Like we've used, we've kind of been pretty consistent in terms of the overall theming. This is adorable. I need it. Save it. I will remember. You'll just enjoy these things because you get to abuse me. You get to hit me with the bonk hammer. You get to remind me to save the game. I bet, like, quietly y'all are just yelling those things. Y'all are just like, save it! Save the game! Save it! But, nah, I'm messing with you. Okay, let's see. Mr. Blue Bear? Travel crib? We need it. We need it. I'm gonna put the travel crib for now in the parents' bedroom. We're gonna imagine that the travel crib is where the baby sleeps sometimes if they have a baby. But yes. You think your favorite song right now is Say by Keshi? Okay. It is a good song. I will continue to take credit for introducing you guys to this song. A toddler bed? Oh, this is cute. Maybe the toddler has a small room. Oh, toddler beds are the best. They are adorable. I think furthest away from the door. Maybe this one is the toddler room. Oh, look at the little bed. That's so precious. Anyway, okay, carrying on. Are we gonna have to start decorating kids' rooms? Is that what's happening now? Very soon, more and more of these like little things will start finding their way into the build. Not that I'm complaining. I think that this is a ton of fun. I do enjoy like kids' rooms are some of my favorites to make generally. You always have a good time with kids' rooms. I think for now, this is probably the point where like is this a good point to stop? I think we kind of have a lot of stuff put down. We do need to kind of refine this area, but most of the work that I think needs to be done is kind of cluttering things. Let's see if we can find like a nice complementary like love seat. Maybe that might help. What's this one called again? Oganison. I'm sure there'll be something. This looks quite plush, actually. What's this called? Ducy Scion. That's a name for sure. Okay, this could be fun. They look a little bit plain, right? But I think there is a bit of fun to be had here. Got a little end table. Let's get rid of this. Now we still want to have some kind of access to the bit in the back, so maybe we nudge the seats back a little bit, like so, to kind of give the illusion of access. And then we can put something in here that takes up space. The 7 lamp. The 7 lamp makes its return. Let's see. Does this have a spot that it can go into that's like out of... Not really. Okay. Okay, I think then I might be inclined to move the toys to somewhere over here. He's an old elf. Why did you think of Nanny Plum? Because you're like going over the characters in Peppa Pig. So wise old elf, Nanny Plum, what's it called? Not Peppa Pig. Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. That's the one. I think. Also, not the bed just chilling here. Alright, you can go. But the blanket can stay, because this might be a good addition to one of these rooms. Okay. And this is like a little tiny seat. This could possibly go in here. Then we kind of have this like, what's it called? Maybe not in those colors though. We have like a pale green, a beige. Maybe we go for this color. Ooh, texture. Nope, that's not it then. I was hoping that the textured finish would be on more of them, but I think maybe that's it. Okay, so... I think I want to find a console to go on that back wall for storage. It was Big Bad Barry. I'll be honest, I feel like I've lost so much touch with kids shows now. Like, it doesn't hit the same, right? Like, you see all the new kids shows and you're like, when I was a kid, we had like, you know, like this and this. This was what was on TV. Yet now I feel like everything is so much different. Not this one. Oh, that one. I kind of just want something, maybe this one, but like different coloring. No, none of these are quite the vibe we're after. Maybe this one, honestly. Maybe not in the black though. It's so hard to find consoles that like feel like a part of the space without like just using stuff from within the exact same set. Because like obviously using stuff within the same set is like a free way to have stuff that you know is gonna match. Ooh, this is like a nice deep wood color. This would have been great in like, you know, when I was looking at the bedroom stuff, it could honestly probably be a hallway thing. Anyway, what's it called? Carrying on. Let's see. Back in my day, I feel old now. That's crazy. I'm 17. Every passing day, you feel older. Same. 18 and 6 months. Scary. You guys are babies. 27 is peak age. I feel like mid-20s are actually like such a good age to be. Especially when you start having a bit more freedom. But yeah. Only 6 more months. Fair. All of you know the 3 pigs, right? And like in English, I did if in English it's called like, you know, there's a picture of the family on the wall and the dad's pick is just a sausage. That is crazy. Mid-20s would be nice if I had more money. Honestly, same. Being a student in your mid-20s, whilst it is nice, low-key, it is a struggle. Feels like you're tested on a daily. Yeah, alright, I think we need cushions, really. I know I have like a variety of cushions. Some that work really well in these sorts of spaces, others less so. I think this might do better on the big one. And then maybe a color shift. Ooh, okay. And then we can use something that's slightly different. What colors can we tie in here? Maybe this? Maybe not that, but like a lighter, like so. At that point, is it worth trying to pivot towards a color? Like, for example, including the light green and then here also? Or is it better to just stick with what we had? Because obviously it's very easy to kind of just do this. But does that keep adding a lot of gloom to the space? Use pink? I don't think pink really works with a lot of the colors that we've used throughout the house. Feels like it's a bit off theme. I can't get behind pink on this. Unfortunately. I think this might be one of those times where pink is just not it. In my opinion. My opinion is wrong. Very often. Why is this so janky to flip? I genuinely don't know what this expects. So I'm just gonna... Like, look, I give up. And I'm getting, like, absolutely destroyed by a damn cushion that doesn't want to turn. That's a lot of cushions. Too many cushions. That is also a lot of cushions. That is also a lot of cushions. Some of these just have way too many cushions for it to make sense. Like, in a practical way. This might be oh no, it won't fit there. Okay. Then we can probably like shift from this having a small cushion like so in this corner, and then give this one a secondary, like a secondary cushion that's maybe a little bit off angle. This one's big, and then maybe toss in like a little teeny tiny, is there a teeny tiny cushion? Okay, there we go. Pretend like that is good enough. Maybe nudge it forward like so. Make one room pink. Every house has that one girl who likes pink. I will see when we get to doing the kids' rooms. There is still a lot of rooms to go, like, in terms of theming and trying to, like, tie things together. So we will get there. But yes, be patient. We will come up with stuff. I don't see this being something we keep. I also don't think we'd have more balcony space than we currently do. So now it's just about figuring out what I do with the space. Maybe actually, don't even do this. I put the couch, because I have the cushions, damn it. I put the couch over here, which kind of closes up this space as like a private seating area. And then I put a couch here and a couch here. And then this can now be a sitting area almost. No, don't move the couch. And then toss that in the corner just a little bit, like in the back, and then hopefully that should look okay. And then we can just recolor this one to something, yeah, okay. Alright, and then we can have these two couches and then a coffee table again. Pedro messing it up again. God damn it, Pedro. Pedro can't catch a break. Poor Pedro is probably sat thinking to himself, like, what did I do to deserve this? Everyone hates me. Yes, okay, an accent table. Something that's way too big. It could work, but it's huge. That's maybe a bit more the right size. We could probably, if I like squish it in there, and then let's see the color options. Okay, and then now we have a spot to sit. We can toss a lamp of some kind in this back corner. Maybe not this one. Pedro needs a week in Greece. Pedro's living his best life. Okay, what's it called? Outdoor lanterns could be fun. Floor lamp. This could be interesting. What does this look like in the dark? Alright, we do actually have a lot of light here without needing an overhead light. I know we have a lot of bleed from the light that's over here, but like this is reasonably bright, right? Like it's not, I don't think this is like in a stage. Obviously we should still have overhead lighting, but I don't think this is in a state that's kind of like, you know, a problem. Tell Pedro to leave me alone, he has to go away. You don't want to hear Pedro. All these poor Pedros are going to be feeling absolutely hated. Let's see. I just want a lamp that kind of has a very simple-ish shape. Doesn't add too much light. Something like this, I guess. This probably works. Now we have a secondary seating area. We can also populate that back wall, maybe with this painting. And then maybe shift the frame color around. This looks the most visually interesting to me. Then we just need some plants. Also, I keep saying that I want to finish this stream, and then I keep going down a tangent. But I think this will be one of the last things that I focus on this stream. Like, for real. Because I do want to look at calling it a night here soon. Just for the sake of maintaining some kind of order in my sleeping patterns. But, you know. Outdoor tree goes hard. We'll keep it. We will look at planting this area up. Yes. Okay. I think this is where we wrap up, right? I think we've made a decent amount of progress in terms of a general layout and structure for this area. Yes. Okay. Let's give you guys a nice little eye level look at this space from the top of the stairs. And I think without perspective, this is what that looks like. Like trying to flatten out the image, this would be it, I guess, but like keeping a nice, you know, perspective to it, this is what the space looks like. So far, at least. We still have a ways to go in terms of like actually getting something that feels finished. But yeah, I'm gonna use this in the thumbnail next time. Don't mind me. This is gonna be in the next thumbnail. Yes. Okay, there we go. Happy days. I'll take another one just in case I lose that. Alright, sweet. I will remember to save it, yes. Before I get killed. Alright, folks. I think we're gonna wind down. There are some things that I kind of do want to talk about a little bit. Just to kind of have the... It is saved. You've seen me save it. Since, you know, we're just here, we're chilling. And in the background, I'm gonna close the game. But we are gonna finish up with The Sims for now. That's gonna be the last action as far as that's concerned. More so just wanting to kind of point you guys to a few things and kind of just give some direction to stuff. Also, thank you for the bunk. Let's see. So as far as I know a bunch of you have been excited for a reading stream, and it is something that I have said that we will do. As far as like a firm date on when that will happen, I've been talking to the mods about sometime towards the start of June. Just because that's when I finish up my exams and it's when I'll be free. So I can spend a lot more time and not have to think about other stuff whilst we do it. So, that being said, if you are someone who writes or produces material and you're okay with me reading it on stream, then it would be cool to hear from you, either by shooting a, you know, like a wave in the Discord. You can say something. Obviously, I will prioritize the people who have submitted for the event, just because that was the condition for the event. However, you will still be able to write and put that forward for the reading stream. It's not a guarantee that I will do it, but it is like, you know, I may run out of time, quite simply, in terms of I may run out of things to read because reading takes a set amount of time. So just in case, if you have something that you've written and you want to put those forward, then yeah. You write a lot of songs for your album, you can submit some. Yeah, any kind of writing is fine. But yeah, just let me know that you're okay with that first. Maybe stick it in the writing channel and just give me a ping. But yes, as for other stuff, we do have a couple of things coming up in the Discord. There is a game night this weekend on Saturday. If you're someone who's not in the Discord already, I would encourage you to join. I feel like you've been sleeping under a rock if you're not in there already. We do game nights every Saturday, and it's always a ton of fun. It'd be cool to see more of you there. We always have a good time, and participating is what makes it, you know, the best, in my opinion. So if you're someone who has been wanting to try for a while, I'd suggest like just coming along, giving it a go, and having a laugh with the rest of us. Also, before it kind of slips my mind, I will look at posting again soon, properly on YouTube. It has been something that I know I've been saying the same thing for a while, but I've just not really had a situation that's allowed me to record when I've been in the mood to record. But hopefully that changes soon, so please stay tuned. There will hopefully be new stuff sometime soon. So yes. And with that being said, if you are someone who plays The Sims and you're in the Discord, let me know what DLC you'd recommend. I know I said this at the start of the stream, so it'd be cool to hear what DLCs you guys would recommend me getting. I know I would probably use the Pets DLC. I know I also would probably make stuff for the Laundry DLC. But kind of help me with figuring out what things would be useful for someone who mainly just dabbles with building. I do use a lot of CC, but it would be useful to get an idea of what kind of things I could try and focus on. But anyways, after all that, other stuff I can point you to. In the Discord, we have a Minecraft server if you're someone that's into playing Minecraft. I would like to do more with that in the near future in terms of planning events, so stay tuned for that. If you're someone who plays Minecraft, it would be good to see you guys there. But yeah, otherwise, I think that's it. So I wish you guys a good rest of your night. I know some of you are probably knocked out and fallen asleep, I know. I'll see you guys on Friday this week. Also, actually, before I forget, before you tune out, before you close your browser, next Wednesday, I won't be streaming next Wednesday. There is a cup final that I'm going to be watching, potentially in the Discord. So there is a big chance that I will not be streaming on Wednesday on Twitch or YouTube. I may do an event in the Discord instead to watch the final. Namely because it's the team I support. But yeah, so that's kind of like something to be cautious of. I won't be streaming next Wednesday, but possibly on Friday. Okay, anyway, thank you. I appreciate you all for listening. I know this was a lot of yapping. Take care. Thank the mods for doing an amazing job again of keeping things peaceful. And yes, take care of yourselves. Sleep. Eat, drink water. Liverpool aren't in the tournament, so, you know, it's doomed. Anyway, I will catch you guys on Friday. Have a good night, everyone, and take care of yourselves. Thank you for coming by. Bye.